Okay, we'll start.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what has happened is that there is an issue in calendar sequence. So that is what caused the issue. So we will try to define from scratch. We will define starting from budget. We will define a new one. Probably we will check with this one. Okay. What I'm trying to do is that basically yesterday we defined budget and the budget
That's the problem,
organization.
right?
So I have deleted the budget which we created yesterday, and I'm creating a new one. Okay.
Literally, that's it.
Okay. So till this stage, we saw yesterday that how to create the budget and how to create the budget organization. So the next step is to basically create our budget journals. Okay. So the navigation is under budget. We have enter. So below this, we have journals. Okay. So we'll select our budget, and then we will select the date. Okay, so let me select the range which we wanted to enable the budget. Okay, so these are the things that we have basically. Okay, so we have given budget funds for our April period. Okay, so what we will do is that as a next step, so we will create an journal entry, so which is above this budget amount, and we will see whether system is restricting us to going ahead with that particular journal entry. Okay, so let me create a new journal entry with so the budget amount that we gave for this particular period is 10,000. So let us try with 12,000 if the system is allowing. So I'm selecting April period. Okay. So I have entered the journal entry with the basic required information. So with the category adjustment, I have created this for the period April 30th April 2021. Okay. So basically the entry which I'm trying to make is that the rent payment. So the entry is office rent account debit to cash account credit. So I have given the entries. So the next step is to check the funds. So to check the funds, the navigation is here. Here we have an option to check the funds. Okay. So it will ask whether we want to continue because I did not save this one. So that's why it's asking. So I'll say yes. Okay. So here we can see that pass the entry with advisory warnings. The reason being is that, so we saw yesterday that there are two kind of controls that we have for the budgets. So one is advisory and the other is absolute. So in case of advisory, I'll be still able to process this particular journal entry, but system will give me warning stating that the funds didn't pass through. Okay, but still I'll be able to post this particular transaction. But in case of absolute, I'll not be able to do such things wherein I will have to add the funds to complete this transaction. Okay. So now if I want to see the detailed information about the fund check, so I will have to click this view results. So once I click this view results, it will open up a new page wherein I can see the detailed information. Okay. So this is the output or the results it will look like. And here we can see that this is the account code combination that we use for the period April 21. So this is our line number one, and this is our line number two. So we can see that what is the message that we are getting in our this thing. Okay. So we can see that it says that failed fund check. Okay. So the reason being is that the funds available is 10,000, but whereas we gave it for 12,000. So that is the reason it has failed our transaction. Okay. So basically, if at all I want to increase the fund, again I will have to go to the template where we filled or we added through the journal entry. So the similar process we will have to follow for this activity also. Okay. So this is how basically system will put in control. So now let me try to post this particular journal entry. So here we can see that so the journal entry has been passed, but with a few warnings in fund check. So here we can see that valid journal entry batches, which means the journal entries has been passed, which is our budget JV batch name, And here we have the funds reservation failures and warnings. Okay, since ours is advisory, so it did not stop passing the journal entry, but it has few warnings for us. Okay, so this is our JV name, JV batch name, and it says that debit it is 12,000. Okay, so this is the warning that system is giving to us. So probably we should take a call whether we wanted to add the funds and do it, or we will add it later point. Okay. Yeah. So that's about budget. Any doubt till now, or we can move on? Okay. Okay. So the next topic that we will be seeing is security rule. Okay. So before setting up the security rule, so basically we have two things. So one is cross validation rule and the other one is security rule. So both does the same job, that is restricting few account code combination usage. So let's say I have 10 different users. So now I don't want to give user access to all the accounts to all the users. So I will give a limited access to certain users wherein he'll be performing only this particular activity called invoice creation. So we will not need other entry adjustment entries and the other options. So here what I can do is that, so instead of giving all account access, I can customize this part and I can set up a security rule and I can assign this to a particular user. Okay. And on the other side, I have cross validation rule. So in this case, in the other case, security rule, if you see, I'll be able to give access to each user. But whereas in case of cross validation rule, I'll not be able to do that. So what I will do there is that basically I'll create a cross validation rule which will apply for the given chart of account. So let's say I have used this particular chart of account which we created Tata COA for 10 different ledgers. So for this 10 different ledgers, we have probably, let's say, we have 10 country operation. So we have one chart of account for 10 different countries, and probably we have around 500 users. So whatever changes or whatever restriction I'm putting in place for this particular chart of account as a cross validation rule, so this will apply for all the 500 users across the countries. Okay. But whereas in security rule, it is not the case. So let's say out of this 500 users, I wanted to put control for only, let's say 50 or 100 users. So I can define each one of it and I can assign this particular security rule to the user. Okay. So that is the difference between security rule and the cross validation rule. So based on the business requirement, basically we will go for either one of the option. Okay. So first we will see the cross validation rule. So the navigation for cross validation rule is that basically we will have two controls here. So one is at the chart of accounts level. So I'll show where we are defining or where we are enabling this option in chart of accounts. Yeah, this is a chart of account. Okay. So here I have an option to enable the cross validate segment. So this is the option that I'll have to give. Okay. Okay. So I have enabled this. So now again I will freeze this flex field definition. Okay. So the purpose of basically having this freezing flex field definition is that it will not allow other user to change anything. So let's say I have given this restrictive access wherein particular users or the super users will not be able to see this freeze flex field definition. So they will not be able to change anything inside it. So, but the other case, let's say I'm the super user or the manager, so I can change these things by unfreezing or freezing it. So when we are unfreezing and making any changes, the system will compile this particular chart of accounts again. Okay. So I have enabled this here, and the compilation program is also done. I think it should have been completed. Yeah, compilation is done. Okay, so we will have to take our chart of accounts here. So we will try to pick our COA, that is Tata COA. Okay, so now we have the chart of account rule name. So let me name this Tata COA. And let me give the error message as not allowed. Okay, so we have two things. So one is to exclude and the other one is include. So when we say include, it will be included for our segment validation. Okay, so the account which I wanted to use is that probably let's say retained earnings. Okay, I'm just enabling only this particular. So we are done with the cross validation rule setup. So what we will do is that we will check with one journal entry.
Sir, which option is there on the left side of the corner? Light torch.
Which one you are asking?
No, light torch.
This one.
Yeah.
This is to find our this one structure actually. So if you give here, so we will have the application and the flex field name. So we will have to drag down to take our chart of account structure, that is Tata COA. Okay. So this is our chart of account. So this will be our combination to pick from this touch icon. So that is application is general ledger, flex field is flex field, and this one. Okay, let me create one for this one as also accounting flex field. Okay, so we are done with the configuration part. So now let's go back to the journal entry and check whether this is working.
Sir, your screen is not see to me.
Sorry, you are not seeing my screen. Hello.
You cannot see your screen.
Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat once again?
That message on screen. RMD.
Your voice is breaking actually. I couldn't understand. Uh,
Your screen cannot be seen to me.
and I can get only one thing screen, but hello. You're saying something?
Hello.
Yeah, you're saying something?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, tell me. Okay, so now we checked this one. So now what we will do is that we will give this for a particular combination and we will check this. Okay, so we have given for account code combination also. So now we will check in journal entry. Okay, so this is the message. Basically, we gave uh, that system should. The message that we gave is not allowed. So basically, based on the what you call the combination that we have given there, so system is restricting us not to use the accounts other than whatever we have listed there in our cross validation rule. Okay. So now this is this will be applied for our entire this thing chart of accounts across countries. That is for all 500 users. But let's say there is a requirement that I wanted to use this particular functionality to restrict the access to the accounts for any particular user. So I will not choose this cross validation rule. So instead, what I will choose is that I'll choose for our this thing, our security rule. So now I will close this one and I'll try to disable this cross validation rule. And what I will do is that I'll set up a security rule. So we will see how security rule works. Okay, so first let me disable this rule. Okay, so what I will do is that let me delete this particular part. And also let me end this. Okay, so we have removed this option from here, and the final step is to remove this control in the cross validation rule. I mean the chart of accounts. Okay, so again I'll unfreeze this particular thing, and again I will freeze it after disabling this cross validate segment. Okay, so we will compile it. Yeah, the compilation is also done.
Yours is not.
Sorry.
Sir, is internet today? Your internet connection is problem. Please wait a minute. Wait a minute. I will connect it once again.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so we can start, or you will be rejoining.
Hello.
Yeah, can we start
You are
with it?
audible?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes,
you're
sir.
right. Okay. So we saw the cross validation rule, so how it will work and the other things, wherein it is applied for the entire chart of accounts. Let's say I have 10 different ledgers, it will apply for all the users.
Sir, you can start a new topic.
Yeah, I'm starting with the next one, that is security rule.
Okay.
We will complete this one alone, and probably we can stop for today. Is that fine?
No, you can speak sir now. I have time.
Okay, fine. Then we will see. Yeah. So, so the next topic that we will be seeing is security rule. Okay. So security rule will apply for individual user. So let's say I have 10 different users. So now I don't want this account or this particular account code combination to be used by user 1 and user 3. So now what So now what I will do is that instead of placing this cross-validation rule, I will set up a security rule, because in cross-validation rule, I cannot restrict by user. So it will be applied for all the users that is registered under this particular chart of account or the ledger. Okay. So in order to achieve this particular requirement, I will have to define a security rule and attach it to the user. Okay. So first we will see how we will create the security rule, and we will see how to assign it. So the navigation is this, that is financial setup. Under setup we have financial flex field. So under flex field we have security. So under security we have define. Okay. So we will pick our chart of account name. Okay. So we saw the navigation. So after accessing this particular setup, what we will do is that we will pick our chart of account. So our chart of account is Tata COA. I pick the same thing. Okay. And then I'll give the name for our chart of I mean the security rule. So I'll say test. And the error message that I want to give is, let's say, contact IT. Okay. So I can either save this and assign it a different page, or I can just assign it here itself. So if you see here, so this is at two level. So one is at the responsibility and the other one is at uh, username. Okay. So let's say this user has four different responsibility of general ledger. So I can give a restriction to any of the given responsibility. Okay. So we have assigned it. So let's verify this. So I'm under the same responsibility. Okay, let me save this and go back to the setup. So let us create another one combination also. So I will go back and create a new one. Okay, so let me post the center. Okay, this entry has been posted and this is completed. So now let's try to give the same restriction for account segment. Okay, logically we should be seeing the account segment also, but somehow we are seeing only this one. Okay, so we will see this tomorrow. So we will start with the journal entry translation and the other things. Okay.
Can you once again repeat? I don't.
You're saying something?
Which topic today, tomorrow we will discuss?
Tomorrow we will discuss on the security role because that is the only pending topic for tomorrow. So today we'll be completing the translation, or if you want, probably we can take translation and these things also tomorrow. So with that, we'll be completing the GL module. So we can have a Q&A session also, like you can note down the doubts and the other things. So we can take as an whole thing tomorrow.
Sir, the Oracle application has some problem at phase two. So this application could not be run in my laptop.
Okay,
EBS
still it
application.
is not running in your this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You can share the screen now.
Yeah.